Hey!
Oh, gosh, y'all be catching me. Sorry, y'all. Y'all be catching me. I be thinking I got enough time. And y'all be like, no, you don't.
You are live.
We are live. Hello, family.
Hello.
Listen, Okay. This ain't about the hair thing, but okay, we can't be looking halfway crazy.
I look halfway crazy. I'm not
You
trying
don't be looking halfway
I tried
crazy.
to get it together. I was like, well, I need to go get my hair done, but they didn't work today. Oh, let me stop. I forgot we was live.
We're live. Okay, listen. Hello. Shabbat Shalom. Why do we start
Shalom.
there?
Yeah.
We start there. Shabbat Shalom, family. Welcome to Story Time.
Yes.
Woo. Welcome to Story Time.
Story time. Story time.
Listen.
We know y'all used to hearing that by now.
There's no reneging to that. We gotta stick to it. Listen, welcome to Story Time. For those who are new to our channel, hi, I'm Bonnie. And this is none other than Auntie Shelly on the beat. Listen, I do it for myself, okay? Whether you like it or not, it does something to these bones, okay? I don't know if it awakens it, but the bump is for me. And I just share it.
Yes.
You can't say Auntie Shelly on the beat without it. You can't do it. Even in my head, when I said her name, I still said bump in my head.
Even Genesis.
And that's her granddaughter, okay? So, Shalom, family, we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we go into our new book that we bring into you, which we started yesterday, hope you're enjoying it, because the women is on the hot seat tonight.
Right.
And I'm hoping that we can get off that hot seat.
I'm hoping we off of it too.
Listen, I'm ready to hear something about these men.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready for Uncle Ruben to get off of
Right.
this.
Come on, man. Come on, sir. Come on, so we're gonna go into Jubilees 2. And this is something that we love reading as a reminder, because it just lets us know what our responsibility is as Judah and as the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Where am I? All right. Now I'm here, I promise. All right, Jubilees 2 and 18. And if you don't have this book, it's in a St0ry. And then you can also listen to it on YouTube. So it reads, and he gave us a great sign, the Sabbath, which we are in, that we should work 6 days, but guard the Sabbath on the seventh day from all work. And all the angels of the presence and all the angels of sanctification, these two great classes he has bidden us to guard the Sabbath with him in heaven and on earth. And he said unto us, behold, I will separate unto myself a people from amongst all the peoples, and these shall guard the Sabbath. And I will sanctify them unto myself as my people, and will bless them as I have sanctified the Sabbath, and do sanctify it unto myself. Even so will I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from amongst all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Sabbath, that they may guard the Sabbath thereon from all work. And thus he created therein a sign in accordance with which they should guard the Sabbath with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink, and to bless him who has created all things as he has blessed and sanctified unto himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and that they should guard the Sabbath together with us. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That's some good stuff. That is some good stuff. Love, would you hand me my tea right there? All right, so listen, we are in the book of the 12 Patriarchs. And Auntie Shelly on the beat. She's going to give us a nice little recap.
Do I have to?
Like, I know since it's dealing with the, listen, women, we are on fire. Like, I don't know what Ruben was.
Uncle Ruben was on us. Well, first he started off on the self.
Yeah, he did.
He did a confession.
These are my confessions.
When Jacob is his dad. I'm trying to think of who his dad was. When he had sex with Jacob's, I don't even know what you call her, because she wasn't really a wife. Gilgal wasn't a wife. She was a
concubine.
Yeah, I guess that's what you call them. I don't know. But we all kind of know the story where the 12 sons come from. So he was talking about how he regretted it because Yahuwah struck him with a disease in his loins for about 7 years.
7 months.
7 months.
In the loins, y'all.
In the loins. That's a STD in case y'all think it's new. It's not.
Brother, when he peed it was on fire.
Yes. He said he was near death.
Yes.
He was near death. And his father is the one who prayed for him.
Yeah. And he said if it wasn't for his father's prayers,
he would have died. He would have died.
He would have been dead, okay?
So he was warning his children not to go that route. Whatever they do, don't go that route. He says you're going to want to because you're young, but don't do it. Follow Yahuwah's wait for the right woman. Wait to get married.
Absolutely.
Because the consequence, not good.
It ain't worth it. Okay, it ain't worth it. And I think the good thing to point out too is how he was talking about how when you're young, all those sexual desires hit you first. Yeah. Versus even though it was meant to be last.
Yep. It's supposed to be the least important, and because you're young and you just crazy. Yeah. You want to do it first, but then he took a turn.
A hard left, y'all.
Uncle Reuben just went and started getting on the women.
Listen, when I say I have big eyes and I didn't see it coming.
Did not see that coming at all. And then he started getting on us about how not to dress. Don't be enticing. Don't, basically.
Yeah, he was.
Don't do your hair trying to catch somebody
lust for having a man to lust after you.
Yeah, and it also mentioned that women they want it before men do. Yes, that was so surprising. Yes, like women are the biggest contributors to it.
And y'all know what it is, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, so, so it's like, I guess he's maybe saying sometimes men are trying to do right, but then here you come.
Here you come.
Here you come with that dress on, sashaying.
Listen.
Trying to do.
Now listen, if you got it from your mama, look, you can't help that, okay? If you built like a Coca-Cola shape, you know what I'm saying? You can't help that. Yes. But if you flying to Miami to get that, right, you can help that, okay?
Or if you using it to get what you want from somebody, then you're wrong.
And there is a special place. Yes. Now, I'm not putting you in that special place. Just reading about what it said in this book. He said there is a special place for people who are causing our men to slip and fall. Yes. Trip and roll over and fall.
And you do not want to be in that place.
It ain't worth it.
Don't do it.
From what I read, it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it.
Because I ain't been there. I ain't trying to go there. All right. So we are on. So for those that have the book, we've already read it. Wow.
Yeah, we're right here because this was folded like this. So we're somewhere around
I'm
here.
going to start for chapter 6, okay? Yeah. So those of you who have the book, we're on page 252. And I am drinking tea. I do not support this company, y'all, but it's just happened. That's what the cup is in there. So I'm trying to cover it. All right. So beware. Beware, therefore, of fornication. And if you wish to be pure in mind, maybe I should go. Let me go from chapter 5 so we understand what he's bewaring.
Okay.
Okay, chapter 5. For evil are women, my children, and since they have no power or strength over men, they use wiles by outward attractions that they may draw him to themselves. And whom they cannot bewitch by outward attraction, him they overcome by craft. Witchcraft. For moreover, concerning them, the angel of Yahuwah told me and taught me that women are overcome by the ruach of fornication more than men. And in their heart, they plot against men. And by means of their adornment, they deceive first their minds, and by the glance of their eye instill the poison. And then through the accomplished act, they take them captive.
Let me throw something there. Just so when it says the one they can't bewitch by outward attractions, him they overcome by craft, don't think that it's some kind of crazy magical spell. It could be alcohol. You could have got them drunk. You could have got them to smoke some weed.
Absolutely.
It could be any of those things. So don't miscount that thinking, oh,
yeah,
like alcohol is no big thing. That's why they call it spirits.
Absolutely.
So you got them drunk. Whatever it is you did, yeah.
Perhaps slip something in there. Yes. Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
That's funny because when you say craft, you do think of the whole like trying to
like a little witchcraft thing, but no,
get
it
a
could
doll
just be,
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. For a woman cannot force a man openly, but by a harlot's bearing she beguiles him. Flee therefore fornication, my children, and command your woman and your daughters that they adorn not their heads and faces to deceive the mind. So again, we're talking about if you're using these things to deceive the men, that's when you are in wrong.
Yes.
But if you're just doing your thing just because you want to feel cute and it's you, and it's about you, that's all good.
Yeah, please comb your hair. It don't mean
absolutely. Listen, straighten it out if
it's your earrings on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If it's for you, but again, if you batting your eyes and trying to, you know what you do. Yeah, that's out of pocket because we got to see our brothers as our brothers. Yes, and this system taught us not to do that. Yes, right. So when we see our men like brothers, we don't want them to fall. Right. All right. Because so this faces to deceive the mind, because every woman who uses these wiles has been reserved for eternal punishment. For thus they allure the watchers who were before the flood. For as these continually beheld them, they lusted after them, and they conceived the act in their mind. For they changed themselves into the shape of men, and appeared to them when they were with their men. And I think you said this yesterday that these women were chasing the fallen angels. Yes, because they want to have a baby by the fallen angel. Again, so we see that, we ain't trying to put a bad rap on the women, but we see. Yes, it can happen. It happens. Yeah, and it did. Yeah. Okay, that's why we have Nephilims that's still here. Right. Of men, and appeared to them when they were with their men. And the women lusting in their minds after their form gave birth to Nephilim. For the watchers appeared to them as reaching even unto heaven. Beware. Now we know why he said beware. Beware, therefore, of fornication. And if you wish to be pure in mind, guard your senses from every woman. And command the woman likewise not to associate with men, that they also may be pure in mind. For a constant meeting, even though the wicked deed be not wrought, are to them as irremediable disease, and to us a destruction of Baal and an eternal reproach. For in fornication there is neither understanding nor righteousness, and all jealousy dwells in the lust thereof. Therefore then I say unto you, ye will be jealous against the sons of Levi, and will seek to be exalted over them. But ye shall not be able, for Elohim will avenge them, and ye shall die by an evil death. For to Levi Elohim gave the sovereignty, and to Yehuda or Judah with him, and to me also, and to Dan and Joseph, that we should be for rulers. Therefore I command you to hearken to Levi, because he shall know the Torah of Yahuwah, and shall give ordinances for judgment, and shall sacrifice for all Israel until the consummation of the times. As the anointed high priest of whom Yahuwah spoke, I adjure you by the Elohim of heaven to do truth, each one unto his neighbor, and to entertain love each one for his brother, and draw near to Levi in humbleness of heart, that ye may receive a blessing from his mouth. For he shall bless Israel and Judah, because him has Yahuwah chosen to be king over all the nation, and bow down before his seed. For on our behalf it will die in wars, visible and invisible, and will be among you an eternal king. And Reuben died, having given these commands to his sons, and they placed him in a coffin until they carried him up from Egypt and buried him in Chevron in the cave where his father was.
So basically he's telling them, because remember, Reuben's the firstborn.
Yes.
So naturally,
he would get the blessing.
He's supposed to, but because of what he did, you don't get it anymore. So he's telling them, I need you to understand something. Don't get jealous of Levi.
Yeah.
He's doing his job. Listen to him. He's going to teach you the Torah. Don't get upset at Judah. The king is coming from Judah. The kings are coming from Judah. I mean, from Judah. You need to listen to them. Don't get crazy trying to go overthrow people. And this is the order. Humble yourselves.
Wow.
Because basically, if you come for them, you're going to lose.
You're going to be dead. And then he says an eternal death. And he's going to say an evil death.
Yeah, you're going to lose. Because Yahuwah has appointed who's going to be over what? The king is coming from Judah.
Absolutely.
And so he said, and then he said rulers, there's going to be some rulers that are going to come from Dan and Joseph.
Wow.
He says, just stay in your place.
Stay in your lane.
And not only that, we see that, you know how in the 66, it only tells us when Joseph died, they carried his bones out.
Now we know, about Reuben.
Reuben is out of there too. They didn't leave. He ain't buried in Egypt too. He buried in that same cave.
Wow, I didn't even really check off of that.
Yeah, that's what it was just telling us.
Mm-hmm.
They carried him up from Mitzrayim and buried him in the cave.
Yep.
Where his father was.
All right. This is the book of Simeon. Again, we're going through the 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Simeon is the second son.
Yes.
And Leah is his mama.
His whole mama. All right. Chapter 1. The copy of the words of Simeon, the things which he spoke to his sons before he died. In the 120th year of his life, at which time Joseph, his brother, died. For when Simeon was sick, his sons came to visit him. And he straightened himself and sat up and kissed them and said, Hearken, my children, to Simeon your father, and I will declare unto you what things I have in my heart. I was born of Jacob as my father's second son, and my mother Leah called me Simeon, because Yahuwah had heard her prayer. Moreover, I became strong exceedingly. I shrank from no achievement, nor was I afraid of aught. For my heart was hard, and my liver was immovable, and my bowels without compassion.
Remember, Simeon is the one you don't want to mess with.
You're right, because Yehuda's
granddaddy.
Yes. Okay, got you.
Simeon is saying, you crying over there, don't faze me.
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
Gonna die.
We're gonna fight.
You're the enemy. He said, my bowels is on. Poor thing. No, I'm not the one.
You're right.
Don't mess with
came
me.
from him.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Simeon said, don't mess with me.
That makes me excited because I can link. Like now I know what. Okay. Because valor also has been given from El Elyon to men in soul and body. For in the time of my youth, I was jealous in many things of Joseph, because my father loved him beyond all. And I set my mind against him to destroy him, because the prince of deceit sent forth the ruach of jealousy and blinded my mind, so that I regarded him not as a brother, nor did I spare even Jacob, my father, because he allowed him to believe the lie that he told him.
Yep.
But his Elohim and the Elohim of his father sent forth his angel and delivered him out of my hands. For when I went to Shechem to bring ointment for the flocks, and Reuben to Dothan, where were our necessaries and all of our stores, Judah, my brother, sold him to, what is this, Yishmaelim?
I think that's the Ishmaelites.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the Ishmaelites.
And when Reuben heard these things, he was grieved for, I didn't want you to bend that.
Oh.
When Reuben heard these things, he was grieved, for he wished to restore him to his father. But on hearing this, I was exceedingly wroth against Judah in that he let him go away alive. And for 5 months I continued wrathful against him. But Yahuwah restrained me and withheld from me the power of my hands. For my right hand was half withered for 7 days. You ain't never heard that.
No.
It always
Simeon
went to
said,
he
yeah.
tried to sell Joseph, left him in a plot, but you didn't know no consequences for Simeon.
Right.
And now you see it.
Yeah. Simeon is saying Joseph was about to die, and I was going to kill him. So I'm mad at Judah for selling him
alive.
And so now I'm mad at Judah. And I would have killed him, but Yahuwah did something to my hand.
Wow. That's crazy. Withered it, yes.
Yes.
Wow.
He was hitting for 5 months.
He was mad. Okay,
he was mad.
He was big mad. I don't think I've been mad that long.
He was for 5 months.
5 months. That's a lot of energy. Okay. Let me see. For 7 days. And I knew, my children, that because of Joseph, this had befallen me. And I repented and wept. And I besought Yahuwah Elohim that my hand might be restored, and that I might hold aloof from all pollution and envy and from all foolishness. For I knew that I had devised an evil thing before Yahuwah and Jacob my father, on the account of Joseph my brother, in that I envied him.
So Yahuwah had to put him in his place.
Yeah.
At least he repented, though.
Exactly. And at least he was willing to recognize his errors. Because you got some people that they want to repent, but they don't want to look at their errors.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you got to see where you make these mistakes so you don't do this no more.
Stop being jealous.
Yeah.
He's warning us against jealousy.
Because you see how jealousy changed the nature of you don't see who he is to you. He said, I didn't regard him as my brother anymore.
Yeah. He was someone that was going to die.
You was just someone that you were after. You had a target on him.
Yep.
And that's how it is. Like, if you allow jealousy to come and rest on you, the whole picture of a person can change. It can distort the nature of your brother and your sister into the fact that you just make them out to be the bad guy.
Yep.
It's like, wait a minute, I did nothing to you.
Yeah. You really mad at your brother for not killing your brother? And now you want to kill your Judah? And for those of you who don't know Simeon's background, Simeon is the one when they did that to Dinah.
Oh, yes.
It was Simeon. I think it was Simeon and Levi.
It was Simeon and Levi.
I used to think it was all the brothers. Yeah. It was only Simeon and Levi that took out that whole town.
The whole town, yes.
It was only them two.
So when he's talking about the power that he had,
he ain't playing. Simeon said, I'll take all y'all out.
Listen, he wiped the whole city.
The whole town.
You did what to my sister?
Oh, we not playing with you.
Wasn't playing.
You out of here. Bye. Kill them all.
Remorse where?
Get none from me. I ain't crying about it either. Don't feel guilty.
Not from your Uncle
Simeon. I did it. What now?
Some of us from that tribe. Some of us is from Simeon. Some of them, like, what you say?
Yes.
You got to hold us back.
Got to.
All right, chapter 3. And now, my children, hearken unto me and beware of the ruach of deceit and envy, especially in this time. For envy rules over the whole mind of a man and suffers him neither to eat nor to drink nor to do any good thing. But it ever suggests to him to destroy him that he envies. And so long as he that is envied flourishes, he that envies fades away. This is so. Did you see? He said that evil ruach suggests to you.
Yes.
It's just a suggestion.
Can't make you do it.
He can't make you do it. You have to
remember them 2 angels we got.
Them 2 angels that we learned, y'all.
That
is
evil
a
one
real
is
life.
Just kill them.
Just kill them.
You know, you Simeon. You ain't got to take that.
Start pumping you up.
You took out a whole city.
And then listen, you got life in jail plus 99 years, okay?
Yep. That's just bad. That means they keep your dead body in the cell.
Absolutely.
No,
listen,
I'm joking.
They keep it in there because you in there for life. You won't even get a burial. Okay. Yeah. All right. 2 years, therefore, I afflicted my soul with fasting in the fear of Yahuwah, and I learnt, he put a T on that thing, and I learnt that deliverance from envy comes by the fear of Elohim. For if a man flees to Yahuwah, the evil ruach runs away from him, and his mind is lightened. And henceforward he sympathizes with him whom he envied, and forgives those who are hostile to him, and so ceases from his envy.
So he says, if you're jealous and you take it to Yahuwah, that jealousy of Ruach is leaving, because he ain't trying to
and
hear
that's his
all
nature.
that.
As y'all seen and as y'all been listening to story time, we see the character of the Hasatan. He'll get you into something, then he'll be out. He'll be out. He ain't trying to hear. He ain't with you in the courtroom.
No,
he ain't with you nowhere. He is out. He is there for the time that you committed that thing, and then he's out.
And then he out. He don't want to hear no repentance, no nothing.
He's like, you just gave in to what I suggested, and I'm done.
So if anybody ever feel the hint of jealousy against somebody, just take it to Yahuwah right quick. That little jealous ruach is gonna leave, because he ain't trying to hear it.
And then you're able to restore and see your that person that you were jealous. You're able to see them for who they are.
Yes.
Because you're not blinded no more.
Yes.
And my father asked concerning me, because he saw that I was sad. And I said unto him, I am pained in my liver, for I mourned more than they all, because I was guilty of selling of Joseph. And when we went down to Egypt, and he bound me as a spy, I knew that I was suffering justly, and I grieved not. Now Joseph was a good man, and had the Ruach Elohim within him. Being compassionate and pitiful, he bore no malice against me, but loved me even as the rest of his brethren. Beware therefore, my children, of all jealousy and envy, and walk in singleness of soul, and with good heart, keeping in mind Joseph your father's brother, that Elohim may give you also grace and glory, and blessings upon your heads, even as ye saw in Joseph's case. All his days he reproached us not concerning this thing, but loved us as his own soul, and beyond his own sons glorified us, and gave us riches and cattle and fruits. This is amazing, because he said Joseph never brought it up.
He never brought, even if we might have had an argument or something, he said he never brought it up.
And on top of that, that's a hint. You never get Simeon's account on when he said you're a spy. So you're getting his account and what his thinking. Like he was like, well, I'm not even gonna say nothing, because I know this is just.
Yeah, because I know what I did. I know my part I played in it.
Right. I may not be no spy, but I did make this happen. Wow. Do ye also, my children, love each one of his brother with a good heart, and the ruach of envy will withdraw from you. For this makes savage the soul, and destroys the body. It causes anger and war in the mind, and stirs up unto deeds of blood, and leads the mind into frenzy, and suffers not prudence to act in men. Moreover, it takes away sleep, and causes tumult to the soul, and trembling to the body. For even in sleep, some malicious jealousy, deluding him, gnaws, and with wicked ruach disturbs his soul, and causes the body to be troubled, and wakes the mind from sleep and confusion. And as a wicked and poisonous ruach, so it appears to men.
So he said, when you hide all that jealousy in your heart and you just want to do something, you the one not going to sleep.
Right.
The other person may not even know nothing about their sleeping just as good.
Listen, they don't know nothing.
And you up.
You up.
All night. Thinking about what you going to do.
Everything in your body is affected too. And the very thing that brings you life, the blood is affected.
Yes.
Everything.
And then you end up being sick.
Absolutely. The blood, the mind, the spirit. Everything in the body is affected. Nashawn Holmes says, this is how Yah wants us to entreat our family and that betrays us, like Joseph. Yes. That's exactly.
Yes.
Chapter 5. Therefore was Joseph comely in appearance and goodly to look upon, because no wickedness dwelt in him. For some of the trouble of the Ruach, the face manifests. That's so true. Yeah, you can see it in people's faces.
Yes. Yep.
You ever seen an evil person and you just see that spirit in their face?
You see it. Yep.
It shows in their faces. Like, you know when they lying, you know when they into something, you know they just got a bad spirit. You see it in their face. This is so crazy.
Yes. And that's why a lot of people who've been angry for years, that's why they look so old.
Oh, man. Then listen, never mind.
They be looking way older than they are.
I was about to say, never mind.
You know.
I am.
I don't know what you was gonna say would be nice.
I'd rather not. I just know a lot of people be like, all right, beware. Let me see first. Verse 2. And now, my children, make your heart. See, almost choked. And now, my children, make your heart good before Yahuwah, and your ways straight before men. And ye shall find grace before Yahuwah and men. Beware, therefore, of fornication, for fornication is mother of all evils, separating from Elohim and bringing near to Baal. For I have seen it inscribed in the writing of Enoch, that your sons shall be corrupted in fornication, and shall do harm to the sons of Levi with the sword.
He said, I see y'all gonna act up when I leave here. Y'all gonna act up.
Wow.
I'm gonna need y'all not to act up.
Said, I already seen it. I already know what y'all gonna do. So it says, but they shall not be able to withstand Levi, for he shall wage the war of Yahuwah, and shall conquer all your host. And they shall be few in number, divided in Levi and Judah. And there shall be none of you for sovereignty. Even also our father prophesied in his blessings. Behold, I have told you all things, that I may be acquitted of your nakedness. Right?
No, of your sin. You skipped the line.
Oh, I sure did. My bad. I may be acquitted of your sin. Now, if ye remove from your envy and all your stiff-neckedness, as a rose shall my bones flourish in Israel, and as a lily my flesh in Jacob, and my odor shall be as an odor of Lebanon, and as a cedar shall holy ones be multiplied from me forever, and their branches shall stretch afar off. Then shall perish the seed of Canaan, and a remnant shall not be unto Amalek, and all the Cappadocians shall perish, and all the Chittim shall be utterly destroyed. Then shall fall the land of Shem. Is that Ham? Is that Shem? Ham?
No, that's Ham.
That's Ham. Okay. Yeah. Then shall fail the land of Ham, and all the people shall perish. Then shall all the earth rest from trouble, and all the world under the heaven from war. Then the mighty one of Israel shall glorify Shem. For Yahuwah Elohim shall appear on earth, and himself save men. Then shall all the ruach of deceit be given to the trodden underfoot. Isn't there a scripture that says, okay.
He's giving an end time prophecy now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then shall all the ruach of deceit be given to be trodden underfoot, and men shall rule over wicked ruachs. Then shall I arise in joy, and will bless El Elyon because of his marvelous works, because Elohim has taken a body and eaten with men and saved men. That's
deep.
Yes, absolutely.
That's deep. He talking about Mashiach, talking about look,
everything.
This is all gonna go down. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna need you to be on the right side of this.
And we're reading this now. Okay, 2021.
Yep.
Reading this now. Kitten is Rome. Thank you, Dad.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Wow. And we're still under the Rome government, right?
That's what I'm saying. You're talking about right now.
Absolutely. Wow.
Because Rome was around with Mashiach too, and they still are. That's who Kitten is, yeah.
Wow. And we're still under that Rome Empire. Chapter 7. And now, my children, obey Levi and Judah, and be not lifted up against these two tribes, for from them shall arise unto you Yahusha, or salvation. Sorry, that's salvation of Elohim. For Yahuwah shall rise up from Levi as it were a high priest, and from Judah as it were a king, Elohim and man. He shall save all the other nations and the race of Israel. Therefore I give you these commands, that ye also may command your children, that they may observe them throughout their generations. And when Simeon had made an end of commanding his son, he slept with his fathers, being 120 years old. And they laid him in a wooden coffin to take up his bones to Chevron. And they took them up secretly during a war of the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
For the bones of Joseph and Egypt, and sorry y'all, for the bones of Joseph, the Egyptian guarded in the tombs of the kings. For the sorcerer told them that on the departure of the bones of Joseph, there should be throughout all the land darkness and gloom, and an exceedingly great plague to the Egyptians, so that even with a lamp a man should not recognize his brother. And the sons of Simeon bewailed their father, and they were in Egypt until the day of their departure by the hand of Moses. So all of this was going on when the 12, they were departing.
So all this, remember they're in Egypt.
Yes, they're in Egypt right now.
So they all died in Egypt. The 12 patriarchs died in Egypt. So they're telling us that all the patriarchs are buried in the cave that Abraham purchased. But he said they were guarding Joseph's because a prophecy said, when Joseph's bones leave here, it's some stuff leaving.
Wow.
It's going to be darkness. Remember they had all those plagues and stuff?
Yes.
So they was guarding Joseph's bones so they wouldn't take him out of there.
Because they didn't want the gloom and all that stuff to happen.
Yes.
To hit the
earth. Even though it still happens.
It's going to happen.
Anyway. It happens. It happened in Egypt.
In Egypt, okay.
And remember when they took Joseph's bones, because remember when they left Egypt, they went and got Joseph's bones.
Wow.
They didn't care nothing about no Egyptians guarding it. They went and got Joseph's bones. Everybody else was out. They went and got Joseph's bones. And they remember then they lost their whole army. They doom and gloom. Yeah.
Doom and gloom. Wow.
He said, I know these plagues gonna be hitting. It's gonna be dark. It's all prophecy.
He said it doesn't matter if you have a light, you still ain't gonna be able to see your brother.
And that's what happened.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's funny how he's telling them, this is how we know why did they take this out. Because Simeon is leaving this for his family all the way down the line.
All the way down the
line. So this is meant for everybody.
Yes.
Not just y'all sons and the nations.
Yeah, and then he said the other nations. He did say that too.
Yep. It's for all y'all to keep. So they pulled it out. So Simeon's children probably would act up.
Absolutely.
What your grandpappy tell you?
Listen.
Some people don't know who my grandpappy.
Listen, you ask some of us, we don't know who we are. I used to say, "Who are you?" When they asked me who you, I don't know. Yeah, because that was a real answer. I didn't know. Where you from? I don't know, Mama. I don't know. The hospital. I don't know. All right. All right. The third son of Jacob and Leah. Oh, this is Levi.
Levi.
Sorry.
Yes.
And he's the third son of Jacob and Leah. The copy of the words of Levi, the things which he ordained unto his sons, according to all that they should do, and what things should befall them until the day of judgment. He was sound in health when he called them to him. When he called them to him, for it had been revealed to him that he should die. And they were gathered together. He said to them,
"Well, that's interesting."
Yeah, because he wasn't sick. Everybody else was sick and had to straighten up their body. But Levi wasn't sick.
He just said, "I'm
it's his time.
Here. It's my time to go."
It's been revealed, but it wasn't even revealed. It didn't say that it was revealed to the other ones.
Yeah.
But to
they
him,
were just sick. But
they were sick. Yeah.
Because if you just you not thinking you're leaving here. You're just not going to be sick.
Absolutely. And sickness, you just know you're halfway checking out. All right. I, Levi, was born in Haran and came with my father to Shechem. And I was young, about 20 years of age. Ooh, to be 20 again. When with Simeon, I wrought vengeance of Shamar for our sister Dinah. So it was Levi. And when I was feeding the flocks in Avel Mo'ul, the ruach of understanding of Yahuwah came upon me. And I saw all men corrupt in their way, that unrighteousness had built for itself walls, and Torahlessness set upon the towers. And I was grieving for the race of the sons of men. And I prayed to Yahuwah that I might be saved. Then there fell Then there fell upon me a sleep, and I beheld a high mountain, and I was upon it. And beheld, the heavens were open, and an angel of Elohim said to me, Levi, enter. And I entered from the first heaven, and I saw there a great sea hanging. And further, I saw a second heaven, far brighter and more brilliant, for there was a boundless light also therein. And I said to the angels, why is this so? And the angel said to me, marvel not at this, for you shall see another heaven, more brilliant and incomparable. And when you have ascended there, his mysteries to men, you shall stand near Yahuwah, and shall be his minister, and shall declare his mysteries to men, and shall proclaim concerning him that shall redeem Israel. And by you and Judah shall Yahuwah appear among men, saving every race of men. And from Yahuwah's portion shall be your life, and he shall be your field and vineyard, and fruits, gold, and silver. Hear, therefore, regarding the heavens which have been shown to you. The lowest is for this cause gloomy unto you, in that it beholds all the unrighteous deeds of men. And it has fire, snow, and ice made ready for the day of judgment, in the righteous judgment of Elohim. For in it are all the ruach of the retributions for vengeance on men. And in the second are the host of the armies, which are ordained for the day of judgment, to work vengeance on the ruach of deceit and of Baal. And above them are the holy ones. And in the highest of all dwells the great glory, far above all holiness. In the heaven next to it, it are the archangels who minister and make propitiation. What is that? Propitiation. Sorry. Like to Yahuwah for all the sins of ignorance. So they're interceding for us?
Yes.
For those that, of ignorance and ignorance of the righteousness. Offering to Yahuwah a sweet smelling savior, a reasonable and a bloodless offering. And in the heaven below this are the angels who bear answers to the angels of the presence of Yahuwah. And in the heaven next to this are thrones and dominions, in which always they offer praise to Elohim. When therefore Yahuwah looks upon us, all of us are shaken, yea, the heavens and the earth and the abyss are shaken at the presence of his majesty. But the sons of men have no perception of these things sin and provoked El Elyon.
Look how, where is that? In verse 5 where it says archangels who minister and make propitiation, or they're interceding for us for all the sins of ignorance of the righteous. Those angels were interceding for us.
Yes.
We were
and
in the wrong thing.
Absolutely. And then even for those that don't know his real name, they're still interceding for those. Those that still are in the system, but their heart's
in the right place.
It's in the right place. They may not know his Hebraic name. Yes. They may not know that it's a different, what they've been taught. Yeah. But they
know that eventually they're the ones.
They're like Father, and they're giving a different sacrifice, a bloodless sacrifice. But he still accepted.
Yes.
That's powerful. See, and this is why
see them angels be interceding.
Listen, I thank y'all that they interceded on our behalf when we were ignorant. Because I was big time ignorant. Listen, knew nothing. Still don't know nothing. Okay. Now, therefore, know that Yahuwah shall execute judgment upon the sons of men. Because when the rocks are being rent, and the sun quenched, and the waters dried up, and the fire cowering, and all creation troubled, and the invisible Ruach melting away, and Sheol takes spoils through the visitations of El Elyon, men will be unbelieving and persist in their iniquity. On this account, with punishment shall they be judged. Therefore, El Elyon has heard your prayer to separate you from iniquity, and that you should become to him a son and a servant and a minister of his presence. The light of knowledge shall you light up in Jacob, And as the son shall you be to all the seed of Israel. And there shall be given to you a blessing, and to all your seed, until Yahuwah shall visit all the other nations in his tender mercies forever. And therefore, there have been given to you counsel and understanding, that you might instruct your sons concerning this, because they that bless him shall be blessed, and they that curse him shall perish. And thereupon the angel opened to me the gates of heaven, and I saw the holy temple upon a throne of glory, allllllllreadyyyy. And he said to me, Levi, I have given you the blessings of the priesthood until I come and sojourn in the midst of Israel.
So this is until Mashiach comes, this is your job.
Wow.
You're the priesthood.
Wow. Then the angel brought me down to earth and gave me a shield and a sword and said to me, execute vengeance on Shechem because of Deniah.
That's the sister.
Yeah, your sister. And I will be with. That's how they were able to wipe out the whole city. It wasn't even on that. It wasn't even the fact that they were like mad and just.
Yeah.
It was because they had the angel to back them up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Y'all can read that story in Jasher, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe it's in Genesis too.
Oh, okay.
But it's in Jasher too.
Okay.
It's in more either Jasher or Jubilee, but I think it is Jasher.
I think it's Jasher 30.
Yeah, Jasher has more details. Way more.
Yeah, because they tore that city up.
Yep.
Execute vengeance of Shechem because Dinah, your sister, and I will be with you because Yahuwah has sent me. And I will destroy at that time the sons of Shemor, as it is written in the heavenly tablets. So they got some stuff up there in the tablets. Yep. And I said to him, I pray, O Yahuwah, tell me your name, that I may call upon you in the day of tribulation. And he said, I am the angel who intercedes for the nation of Israel, that they may not be smitten utterly, for every evil ruach attacks it. And after these things I awakened and blessed El-Elyon, and the angel who intercedes for the nation of Israel and for all the righteous.
Wow.
That is crazy. Wow. Thank Yah for that angel that intercedes for Israel.
Yes.
And he's still here today, okay?
See, now you know why they don't want us to know who we are.
Absolutely.
We got angels.
Because listen, we'll be calling on these angels not as a reverend, not as we worship them, but they're here to help us and assist us.
Yes.
But if you don't know who to call, how can you ask for help?
Yep. That's why they keep this from us. They don't want us to know this.
They don't want us to know this.
Because ain't no angel coming to help them destroy us.
Absolutely. You know, and we can't do it on our own accord.
Nope.
He sends his angels to do things. Mm-hmm. And so that's them, as y'all realize, they're stripping us from our power or from a source of it.
We getting it back.
We got it back.
We got it.
And when I was going to my father, I found a brazen shield. Wherefore, also the name of the mountain is Aspis, which is near Gebal, to south of Abilia. And I kept these words in my heart. And after this, I counseled my father and Reuben, my brother, to bid the sons of Chemor not to be circumcised, for I was zealous because of the abomination which they had wrought on my sister. And I slew Shechem first, and Simeon slew Shemar. And after this, my brothers came and smote that city with the edge of the sword. And my father heard these things and was wroth. And he was grieved in that they had received the circumcision, and after that had been put to death. And in his blessings, he looked amiss upon us.
It looks like he was telling his father to bid the sons of Shemar not to be circumcised. So as they were saying, okay, be circumcised and we'll, let you marry. And Levi's going,
yeah,
you better tell them don't get circumcised because this is not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
No, they are not taking our women to be their wives, and we are not marrying them women. So you better hold on that circumcision.
And what they do? They got circumcised cost them their life. Okay. For we sinned because we had done this thing against his will, Against, he's talking about his dad.
His dad, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he was sick on that day. But I saw that the sentence of Elohim was for evil upon Shechem, for they sought to do to Sarah and what is that? Rebecca.
Yeah.
As they had done to Dinah, our sister. So if they didn't do it, they was going to do it to Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to.
Yeah. Because they said they was going to do the same thing to Sarah and Rebecca as they done to Dinah.
Yep. But Yahuwah prevented them.
Mm-hmm.
And they persecuted Abraham, our father, when he was a stranger. And they vexed his flocks when they were big with young. And Eblin, who was born in his house, they most shamefully handled. And thus they did to all strangers. They taking away their women by force, and they banished them. But the wrath of Yahuwah came upon them to the uttermost.
So this they MO, they was just
so they was just basically like targeting strangers that came in, people if you wasn't from there.
Yep.
And they would take your women. Mm-hmm. So this was look, you needed this.
Yes. Yes.
It was already built up. Mm-hmm. And Yahuwah was like, go get them.
And Dina was young.
Yeah.
She was like, what, 10?
I think she was very 12. Yes, I think she was 12.
She was young, yeah.
She wasn't even young. 13.
Yeah. She was young.
Let me see. Wow, okay. And I said to my father, Jacob, by you, will Yahuwah allow us to continue on Monday at 6 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
We done.
It'd be getting good.
It'd be getting good. Listen, it was getting real good. Listen, I really want to see what happened. I really do, but we're going to have to wait till Monday.
Yep.
To get started again at 6 p.m. because, that was let me see. Linda says, put a whole new spin on the 66 versions. Yes. Mm-hmm. House of Ephesians also says, the mercy of the Most High is great. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Look, read. Listen, I try. Let's see. Wow. Gotta wait till Monday at 6.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Sorry. But this is enough to keep you, going.
Yeah.
Plus we got Shabbat tomorrow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you don't know, we're reading this book, the 12, what is it?
The Testament of the 12 Patriarchs.
Out of Bereshith. And we purchased this book on ct4.net, okay? Make sure you're using your Storytime discount. And remember that the O in story is actually a 0, and then the E in time is actually a 3, because we're going back to the covenant. All right? All right. So with that, we'll see you guys on Monday at 6 p.m. Yes. And we appreciate you all for joining. Story time. Story time. Story time. Shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, family.
Oh, was you on the call this morning?